If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC24, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC24 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. We just finished the reviews for Ferdinand and Havertz, so now we're going to check out both of the new evolutions that EA released in regards to what could potentially be nice to use in the current meta of FIFA. So let's go to evolutions. I believe there is there's an attacking mid one, and then there's a defensive mid one. Yeah, so attacking mid connection and defensive mid connection. So what we'll do is we'll split both of these videos, because obviously there is going to be a whole lot of options to work with. They're using Marta here as the example. That was from the SBC card, wasn't it? The one that they overpriced like crazy? It was from the SBC price. That's funny. Anywho, Marta as an evolution. Like they probably didn't even boost her dribbling like well enough. Maybe. Okay, so stat boost. First touch is actually kind of helpful, more helpful after the patch, to be fair. Skill moves +1, rapid plus is actually pretty decent, and then Tiki Taka is a really nice one too. So this is not bad. This is a free one as well. I like Tiki Taka, man, especially right now. There's a lot of tactics that have possession attacking style on it, and it's like really nice to work with. So let's see what some of the top options are for the attacking mid ones. So attacking mid is going to be these bad boys right here, right? So there's going to be a few different options, especially for people that have been consistently improving some of the cards in their teams, right? So the first one that we have here is going to be Cole Palmer, a very cold player, IRL, cold. This card can be used in the cut inside attacking mid connection. Is cut inside still a thing? I was about to say, I'm like, I don't think it is. But yeah, if you did cut inside for the Cole Palmer card from the Inform, you get a pretty significantly different card. 99 for shooting capabilities, 5-star, 4-star. Dribbling is on the lower side. You can give him a Maestro, actually, for this one. Yeah, Maestro actually wouldn't be bad for him. Like, he would actually be pretty decent in game. He has some defensive stats too, which is nice. Rapid plus, technical, power shot, first touch, and Tiki Taka. The acceleration would be low, which would be a little bit underwhelming. You know, for some people, I think they would just work with the base dribbling as it is, probably give him like a catalyst to boost his pace as well as his passing to be as high as possible. Wouldn't put it past people to do that, right, for the improvements on this card. But yeah, you know, it's an option that someone can work with. We have the Inform Jude Bellingham card that can get upgraded as well. Still nothing for the player of the month, or what? Unleashing potential still. So it has to be like the Inform version. Or what about this one? Still unleashing potential probably too? Yeah. Yeah, because that player of the month card is an interesting one for sure. But this one's from the Inform. What's the difference between this and the player of the month currently? Mainly in defensive stats. It's almost like a very similar card, actually. But it's like one of those things where if you ended up packing this Jude Bellingham and you still want to use like a cheaper version of his card in the game, then obviously you have the evolution version that is now given specific playstyles. Relentless Plus is a W playstyle. That's a W playstyle. I like that playstyle a lot. Rapid Plus, not bad. Not bad. Intercept is important for sure with him. Slide tackle, technical flair, first touch, Tiki Taka. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's an account that still has the player of the month Jude Bellingham on it, and he still performs okay. So technically speaking, if you wanted to go down this route and then kind of hope for some sort of evolution in the future, I wouldn't put it past people, to be honest with you. Mateusz Cunha, this is from the Inform card, which was a featured team of the week, giving him some pretty significant boosts. So this is his best version, right? So for someone that is a Wolves fan, not necessarily terrible, right? Because this card is formatted, I would say, for a hunter. I think increasing his pace as well as his shooting to be as high as possible puts him in a pretty good spot, right? Physical type attacker. His dribbling is put into a very good area. The balance is obviously low, but he's 6 foot tall, right? Working with better pace, shooting is in a good area, passing on the cards in a decent area too. So the usability is 100% there, right? Especially since he has the Rapid Plus and the Trivela Plus. I personally prefer the Quick Step over the Rapid Plus, personally, but it's still a nice playstyle to be given, right? He has Pinged Pass, Rapid, or Flare, First Touch, Tiki Taka. So working with the high work rates on the card, you would be working with a very nice like build up type of striker with him, right? Because his passing is also in a pretty decent spot. They give him Pinged Pass to work with a First Touch. So it still looks pretty decent, right? Especially if you are a Wolves fan or you're building some sort of Brazilian team that has like the 5-star skills. It's pretty cool, right? The main thing you'd probably have to work with is balance being on the lower side, but he has really good reactions, ball control, dribbling, and composure. So left stick responsiveness wise, those things could work out very nicely in game. At some point in this video, we probably like skip past Aloeron a little bit, so just be mindful of that. We skip past him because I think about like the SBC that currently exists, so on and so forth. But take a look at this Aloeron card, okay? So key thing to mention in comparison to the SBC card, because the SBC card was, you know, kind of up there in price, in my opinion, right? But it's still a decent card to use in game. Take a look at this one. So if you packed Aloeron's original card, kept him in your team, and then you used him towards base hero catch-up, and then used him towards attacking mid-connection, look at this card in comparison to the SBC card. Very significant differences. The key thing here is obviously, sure, he gets the dribbling boost and all that kind of stuff, right? But it's actually the fact that you can give him a different chemistry style that isn't a boost in like pace or anything like that. Like you can actually go down the route of just giving him like, I would say maybe like a Deadeye or a Marksman, because the Marksman gives him the small dribbling boosts while giving him the nice shooting boosts, while still giving him a physical boost too, right? Because the base card stats for pace is already in a good area. He has good playstyle pluses, especially if you actually use him in the side positions, because having Tiki Taka Plus and Rapid would be really nice in those areas, especially since Aloeron is typically that R-Trigger Merchant type player. And in comparison to the higher Golasso card, this is the main difference, right? So the difference between the two is not that crazy, and this card will perform really well in game, but key play styles make the difference, okay? Because this is Tiki Taka Plus with Rapid Plus in comparison to Finesse Shot Plus, which is a very big playstyle to work with in the current meta of the game, right? Definitely a really big playstyle. However, still a nice card, right? If you went down that route, unlocking those sort of cards, and you're not just spamming finesse shots because this game is formatted very strangely, right? It's still a nice card. He still looks very cool. So this is definitely one of the higher tier choices you can go with, especially if you're comparing it to that SBC card, right? Sorry guys, just had to do the upload for Team of the Year Ferdinand. Okay, so continuing on with the attacking mid options. 2 options? Oh, you could do it from this card too. Say word. So what is this in comparison to? How do you even check? Like if I do the inform and then I just do this, and then I would you can't compare that way, I guess. 9682, 9682. While the other one slightly has a little bit dribbling stats, a little bit in comparison. Yeah, this one looks a little bit better actually. Funny because I think this was the free card, right? That you would have to it was one of the season objective cards. So what's the difference here? So you get Rapid Flare Trivela, but then the other one still gets the same stuff. Rapid Plus, Trivela Plus, yeah, so you know the vibes. Okay. Sobosloy, who, I mean, let's be real. So you can go down this route with the evolutions. Just remember that there's a team of the season that currently exists. That's 189k, right? So very cheap. However, also not a 5-star, 4-star player, and also not a 5-star, 5-star player, right? There's actually a 5-star, 5-star variation of this card as an evolution. This one being the 5-star, 4-star still puts him in a pretty interesting spot. The reason why I say interesting is because I feel like with a card like this, you just work with you know, the dribbling being as it is in the balance department, and you just give him like a hunter chemistry style, right, to boost his pace to be as high as possible, as well as his finishing part, because, you know, Trivela plus, Rapid plus, like the usability is still there 100%, right? Playstyles wise, this is from the radioactive into unleashing potential into attacking mid connection, so you can currently do that if you still have this version of the card. That went up in price a little bit for people that want to unlock a Sobosloy who has the skill moves in comparison to the team of the season who does not, right? The team of the season version is at a 4-star currently. But yeah, remember, they could maybe do stuff for like evolutions on the team of the seasons, so just be very mindful of that. They could do that potentially, but especially with a card like Sobosloy, I could see them like maybe doing something crazy to like the dribbling and then the base card stats for shooting being higher, so be on the lookout for that. But passing is in a good area. Dribbling you probably have to work with because the balance is in a lower spot, obviously. Defensive stats low, physical stats is in an okay spot, but usability wise for Liverpool players, can't go wrong with it, right? Nkunku gets another card as well. Gonna be honest with you, this card actually looks pretty cool, right? Definitely looks pretty cool, because he joins the Club 99 shooting into unleashing potential into attacking mid connection. For Chelsea fans, this is a pretty W card, because this is something that you can still, I think, currently do. Yeah, you can. Club 99 shooting for 75k, and then you have unleashing potential, which it's still in the game as well. And then you can use attacking mid connection, making this card a very decent, or more than decent, Chelsea player, to be honest, because you'd go in the route of giving him a catalyst as well, right? A catalyst chemistry style would boost his pace to be as high as possible, as well as his passing. His pace for the current meta of the game is in a decent spot, but it'd be more for like the attacking center mid role in a 4-3-2-1, maybe more specifically in the cam position as well. But the dribbling is put into a really good spot. He's 5'9". Maybe he gets another evolution in the future for you to increase his pace even further, making him essentially like the perfect player, right? And then maybe they give him like a weak foot or something too. So that could be something to look into as well, right? Playstyles wise, finesse shot plus is a W, right? Rapid plus is nice, but he has like a bunch of playstyles: tiki taka, power shots, first touch. Like they gave him like a bunch of stuff. Yaya Toure also gets an improvement too. This is from his base hero card. You know, this one doesn't look too bad either. Obviously, if you go down the route to giving him a shadow chemistry style to boost his pace to be as high as possible while still making him a mostly lengthy player, you can go down this route. It does give him the 5-star skill moves. I don't know how crazy it is to have 5-star skill moves on a card like Yaya Toure from his base upgraded to this card, but he is a mostly lengthy player, pushing pace out of the card, defensive stuff out of the card. But I feel like he still kind of wants something even further down the road for that to be a super, super nice card. This is an Inform, I believe, right? Yeah, Inform card. So this card is an Inform, unleashing potential into attacking mid connection. 90, 82, 85, 88, 92, 88. Because from this one, it wasn't even necessarily that one. It was just like the plus. 78, 78, 75, 78. Okay, so there is a small difference in regards to this card. Could go in either or, eh? For the defensive one too. Yeah, you can. More defensive stats, less shooting stats. Yeah, some more defensive stuff on this one. I mean, the card still looks pretty decent. I think defensive mid-wise might make more sense, because I think with midfielders, you probably want to give them more defensive stats. In general, I think that makes more sense. This is if you didn't do the showdown card, obviously, right? But the showdown card was a pretty solid player, honestly. Like, if you still wanted to use like his winner's boost even in this card, I mean, you could. Obviously, he would still be pretty decent, honestly. Like, he was pretty nice. Clark, I think, would have been a better option after the improvements, especially since he's a taller player, but you know. Let's see here. Deketelade, eh? Look at this guy. Formidable Inform, unleashing potential, attacking mid connection. 94 jumping, 91 heading accuracy. You know what? There's a lot of potential with this card actually in the future, because on an engine, you boost his pace, you boost his dribbling to be as high as possible. You work with the fact that his finishing is at an 88 for now. But then you can also go down the direction of just, you know, going ahead and just giving him like, I don't even know, like a hawk maybe? Because doesn't this card, I feel like he would turn into a lengthy, right? Am I wrong? Let me see. I'm curious about this one actually. Footwiz.com. Okay, so the Ketalade is probably gonna be trending, right? He's not. The Ketalade. Let's see here. So evolutions, attacking mid. I'm pretty sure it does it not? Oh, it doesn't. Say word. Yeah, I would say he's kind of still missing a few things to be like really nice, and if that's the case. Because he doesn't really have a card right now. Hard to see him getting one in the future. I don't know if he's been like that crazy in the Serie A to get a card as a team of the season. I don't know. I don't know if he's been that saucy. Hard to say. But a physical type striker, regardless, for people that want to build that sort of team. Brian gets an improved version as well. This is how crazy Evolutions is, right? Because you assume when you first look at these cards, it's like, oh, I need to choose this card because they give him like specific things that make him really nice, right? But then look at this one, because the playstyle pluses that they give this Brian card makes more sense than what they gave on the fully maximized version of the card. You know what I'm saying? Because the playstyle pluses for that were more for like the physical players. But for this Brian card, right? They give him two really good playstyles, Incisive Pass and Rapid Plus, from Fantasy FC Assisting Winger, Unleashing Potential, into Attacking Mid, Connection. For people who are Bayern Munich fans, like, that's a really cool card, right? Like, I mean, technically speaking, you can go on the route of giving him like a hawk, right? To increase his shooting as well as his pace and giving him a little bit of physical, because his dribbling, to be fair, is already in a pretty good spot, right? He's 5'7", high medium. Still a four-star player, but I mean, isn't he left-footed too? Am I wrong? I swear he was. Oh, he's right-footed. Okay. Oh, that's right, because I think he had finesse shots or something. Like, he was good at those bad boys. But yeah, not a bad direction if you went that direction for sure. Odegaard, rare gold. These ones are irrelevant unless you think he's going to get some sort of like drastic improvement in the future. Barnes from an icon card. Dybala from the inform. No, I'm looking more into the player of the month. This one specifically, if he gets an evolution, that's crazy. But this one gets a pretty significant improvement as well too, right? Like a nice little cheeky hunter chemistry style to boost the pace as well as the shooting on the card. Passing is in a good area. Dribbling also in a pretty good spot too, right? Probably a card you use mainly in the cam position, I would say, especially with the pace stats being set up the way that it is. Let's see here. Russo, Arsenal, Havertz. Alaweron gets another card. In comparison to this, no, the dribbling stat makes that difference, I would say. Yeah, it does make that difference. Simmons from the inform probably, right? Oh, this is the Champions League card. Oh, not bad actually. He looks pretty decent. He actually looks pretty decent. This is not a bad selection here. Yeah. Especially if you pack this card, he's got to be extinct, right? Yeah, I figured, man. I figured he'd be extinct. Because this is a really solid evolution. Yeah, this is really solid. His dribbling stats is in a good area. He's a 5-star, 4-star player. If you give him a hawk, he has good pace, good shooting, good physicality. Probably one of the better choices, to be honest with you. But it's just going to be very hard to have this card in your team, right? But that's the cool thing about evolutions, right? Like when it comes to a card like this, like they got knocked out. Okay, cool. You could still improve him with a cool evolutions, right? And now you make him a 5-star, 4-star player. It's a proper meta card to use. There's this SBC card that you can put into it as well, from unleashing potential into attacking mid connection. But it's not as nice anymore, right? Because you give him the hawk and the format is just not the same. Technical plus, rapid plus, in comparison to, yeah, I mean, technical plus, rapid plus again, right? So I think that would be a very nice option to go with, right? If you still have that card, that would definitely be really cool. Let's see what else we have here. That's like a really standout one. Ivo Rodriguez. This Portuguese dude just keeps getting different ones, eh? Talishka, yeah, sure, you can go down there, right? Haji Sun. Club 99 shooting, unleashing potential, attacking mid connection. Dribbling is still a little bit strangely formatted, but this card has potential in the future with an engine, eh? If the base card stats or pace is a little bit higher, yeah, like even right now, you could technically use them as a cam, and it wouldn't necessarily be like a horrible thing. You just have to work with the pace a little bit more, right? Cole Palmer, Undav. Let's see if there's any trending ones on the websites. Oh, let's see here. Okay, so we go to evolutions, attacking mid. Undav gets one from the player of the month. This is the new player of the month. Oh no, this is the new player of the month, I think. Oscar gets one too from attacking mid. That's actually pretty sick that Oscar gets one. Ooh, this one's really cool, actually. Yeah, this one's nice. This is a nice card. Has some defensive stats, dribbling stats set up in a good area as well. Nice card. Very nice card. Catalyst, good pace, good passing. If you didn't put him into an SBC and you're working with Brazilian players, with what? 5-star, 3-star. I mean, hey, for a free evolution, that's pretty cool, man. Unleashing potential first into attacking mid connection afterwards. That's really nice, actually. Club 99 shooting for Amersfoort here. Amersfoort? Balance is on the lower side. Could be still decent, who knows, but kind of low there, I would say. Kirby gets one. Kubo player of the month gets one. That's pretty sick, actually. Oh, so Kubo gets one from... Let's see here. So Kubo gets one from... Unleashing potential first, Club 99 shooting afterwards, attacking mid connection. His dribbling is put into a very, very good spot. And then you can just go ahead and give him a catalyst as well. I wouldn't say an engine, but a catalyst, yeah, because dribbling is in a good area, right? Passing is in a better area too. Not Deadeye. Catalyst, this one, right? So pace massively improved. Passing also improved. Shooting is base card stats is already at 99. Very nice card. Very, very nice card. That actually looks like a very sick option. Mateusz Cunha, Kirby, David Neres gets one too. Club 99 shooting, attacking mid connection, unleashing potential. That's a really huge one too. Look at the usability of a lot of these cards if you don't expect them to get like any sort of team of the seasons, eh? This card gets some pretty significant improvements too. Pace massively increased. The dribbling is already in the 90s area as well. Shooting is in the 90s, or not in the 90s area, but he's 99. And he's a 5-star player. This one's a really crazy one, eh? For Mkhitaryan. I mean, if that was an SBC, people would actually look into doing that SBC, to be honest. 100% they would. And that's from the Inform card too, eh? Let me see this card. Mkhitaryan. W for Inter Milan fans, eh? I mean, this is a nice card, guys. Club 99 shooting, unleashing potential, attacking mid connection, dribbling in the mid 90s area. You give him a catalyst. This is a sick card, man. You give him a catalyst, boost the passing. The pace is in a decent area. The price that you pay for it, especially if you're an Inter Milan fan, like that's a sick attacker, man. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that either. That's actually really nice. Again, guys, always check for like the sentimental cards that exist in your team, because there's going to be some options that obviously could be really, really nice to work with. Like obviously if you're a Braga fan, like look at the Salazar card, right? Some pretty significant improvements. Riziki gets one. Rodri's received like really significant boost there too. Golovin, Fekir gets one. From the rare gold, he gets that improvement. That's actually not bad. But there's like a bunch of players that have 99 shooting. That 99 shooting evolution is really crazy. Especially if he went for the like Correa or something. Correa's card is really nuts for that. But yeah, definitely look into the sentimental cards, guys, because there's going to be like a lot of different options to work with for this one for sure. 100%. If you've been evoing some players, You can work with some pretty saucy players. With evos, the whole point of it is to improve cards that you think will never get any sort of promo in the future. Because look at Sobosloy, right? He gets a new team of the season card. People could just get that for like a cheaper price, right? But obviously, it always depends on the types of play styles that you want too, right? There's always those added variables for sure, right? Like this Phil Foden cards gets 5-star, 3-star in an evolution, right? So that's a pretty significant improvement. I would say it's very important to have the weak foot nowadays, 100%, at least a 5. I'm not even kidding. 4-star, the very minimum. But yeah, no, this is a very cool one, right? Look at this one, right? So Marco Asensio, if you're a PSG fan, like you get a pretty decent card as well, right? I'd probably have to go with an engine on this one because his dribbling is really, really poorly formatted. But I mean, you know, or you could go with a finisher actually, but then the pace would be on the lower side. Kirby, Akpom, Mateusz Cunha again, Kubo again. A couple of decent options. Look at this one. Brahim actually gets one too. He finally gets a new improvement that increases pace, increases shooting. It's a usable version of his card because it's hard to see him getting a card too. Like he's played a few times for Real Madrid this season, but it was, you know, a little bit more later down the road in my opinion. McAllister, Palmer, Wirtz, 85 to 90. Yeah, not bad. Nice. That's a pretty nice evolution, and you actually get a lot of very solid options in my opinion from this one. But yeah, we'll leave it there for the attacking one. We'll go ahead and check out the defensive one next. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.